Let's unbox and review the 4K limited edition of Drive. So in this video I'm going to compare the old Blu-ray release of Drive to the new 4K release by Second Sight Films, but first let's unbox the limited edition. So this is another really nice release by Second Sight Films, guys. We're getting the hard case box, similar in size to the Dawn of the Dead box set. This Drive limited edition 4K box set comes with the following pieces. So first of all, we're getting this 240 page hardback book that includes essays, storyboards, stills and behind the scenes photos. We're also getting the original novel with new exclusive artwork. We get 7 collector's art cards. And of course the 4K and Blu-ray disc. So let's talk audio quality on a Drive here, guys. Dolby Atmos is the sound mix I listened to for the 4K here for this review. Great stuff. The opening kind of car helicopter chase sounds great. I really love the Cliff Martinez score as well for Drive, and we have the kind of 80s synth pop songs in there as well. They complement the Cliff Martinez score really well. It's a great soundtrack. If you don't have it, I recommend picking this up as well. The dialogue I found can be a little bit low at times in the mix, but that's okay, not a major complaint. Of course, any car chase or anything like that further on in the movie sounds fantastic in that Dolby Atmos, and no major complaints from me on the sound mix. Let's talk about video quality. These are my initial impressions upon rewatching Drive on 4K for the review here, guys. The movie was shot in 2K, shot digitally, so it is technically a 4K upscale, not true 4K for this one. It does include Dolby Vision, which is what I was watching here for this review, guys. I will say neons, blues, pinks look really well. The ambers of the city look really well. You kind of get an amber teal kind of thing going on. Contrast really good. Whites and blacks, like lights and darks, look really well. Day and night, you can kind of see the difference between both with that Dolby Vision there. And overall, Drive on 4K looks good. So as I mentioned at the start of the video, let's compare the old original Drive Blu-ray disc to the new Second Sight 4K and see how they compare. So as always, I've just taken some still photos of my TV with this camera here, so that's what we're going to look at right now. First scene up is Ryan Gosling sitting in the car at the start of the movie. Let's take a look at the 4K here. Looks really good, and as we compare that to the Blu-ray, the 4K looks more vibrant and there's more gradations in the colours, in my opinion. Second scene up here is the title card, guys, with Drive in pink. It looks a little bit faded in this photo here, but trust me, it's really pink and vibrant here on the TV. The 4K and the Blu-ray have a similar colour grade on this, but I believe the 4K has truer looking skin tones in this particular scene. Here's one of these contrast scenes I was talking about earlier on, guys, the brights and the darks. Let's check it out here. They're similar in colour grade once again, but the skin tones once again look a little bit more realistic, a little bit better on the 4K as compared to the Blu-ray. Here's one of these daytime scenes I was talking about, guys. Let's check out the 4K. The vibrance looks really good. Check out the trees in the top right corner of the frame here, guys, and when you compare that to the Blu-ray, the 4K is just a little bit more vibrant, a little bit more color range, color depth to this color grade. We have a hotel scene here later on, guys, a little bit of a darker scene. The 4K and the Blu-ray actually have a pretty similar color grade in comparison here between the two formats. And last scene up here is Ryan Gosling in the car outside Nino's, leading into that whole big finale of the movie. As you can see, the 4K looks a little bit darker as compared to the Blu-ray, which is what we're kind of used to here, guys. But again, there's more gradations and more color depth on the 4K disc than the Blu-ray disc. So overall thoughts here, guys, the 4K of Drive, more vibrant, better color depth, color range than the old Blu-ray release here. If you haven't got 4K playback capabilities, I would probably recommend sticking with your original Blu-ray of Drive, although Second Sight have a standard version of Drive on 4K, so you'll get that Blu-ray disc within as well. If you want to upgrade, you just won't get the fancy books and postcards and stuff like that in that standard release. Let's talk bonus content on the 4K release of Drive here, guys. There's an audio commentary track in there. There is a 1.25 hour conversation with the director, the editor and the composer, all recorded through Zoom. There's an interview with the video editor, about 20 minutes long, again recorded through Zoom, and there is a 12-minute video essay on the movie. Interesting bonus features. Unfortunately, the Zoom recordings don't do it for me. I'm not a big fan of them. I know with the pandemic and stuff, that's how production companies and distributors had to record interviews. I'm just not a big fan of them, and I think they look bad and they don't sound great, and I prefer like standard kind of interviews. But that's what we're getting here on the limited edition of Drive, guys. 1 hour 47 of bonus interviews and video essays. Just some final thoughts on the movie, guys. I love Drive since it came out. Big fan of the movie. Ryan Gosling had the character down, like mysterious, cool, calm at times until he kind of loses it, and even when he loses it, he's still pretty calm and controlled in what he's doing. I thought that was really cool. The opening 10 minutes of this movie are pretty thrilling. You know, builds and builds and builds the suspense and the thrill ride of the car chase and stuff. Really great. The intrigue and the mystery of the movie and the character and what's going on. I really loved it from the first time I saw it, and again I had to try and pick up this limited edition, and I was lucky enough to get it because I believe it's pretty much sold out now. Unless you can get it in store or online, guys, I would recommend grabbing it if you are a fan of the movie like me. Otherwise, you're pretty okay with your Blu Ray release here if you're just upgrading for quality purposes. So that's going to do it for the video, guys. Of course, if you like it and you want to support the Movie Vault, please give the video a thumbs up. Share the video if you think anybody would be interested in seeing this. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and consider hitting that little bell to get notified every time I post a new video. If you want to support the Movie Vault in other ways, super thanks is enabled down below, guys, if you want to make a one-time donation. My Patreon and YouTube memberships are as little as €1 per month. There is 10 plus hours of bonus content over on those platforms, guys. That's going to do it. Jump in the comments, let me know what you think of Drive. Are you a fan of the movie? Are you a fan of Ryan Gosling? What do you think of Drive? Are you going to upgrade? Let me know in the comments down below, guys. Jump in and get involved. As always, stay safe, and I will see you on the next one.